G'day, folks. I'm going to talk to you today about a new feature in Prime that was released back in August called Job Wizards. Earlier this year, there was a release that contained what we call contact wizards. So they were focused on collecting data from external parties. Job Wizards has recently been released in order to simplify repetitive tasks for users. One of the cool things you can do with Job Wizards is basically encapsulate your new job process. So all the different bits and pieces that bits and pieces of work that you might do when you're setting up a new job, you can encapsulate them in a wizard, which then makes it easier to hand that task over to someone else because everything they'll need to do will be in the wizard. So rather than passing on a set of steps, contact the client, confirm this piece of information, grab this document from them, rather than them having to remember all the steps, if they know that they can go and access the job wizard can actually encapsulate all those steps for them. So that's the kind of thing you can use it for. And realistically, if you know how to build a site form out in Prime, you're already three-quarters of the way there for building a job wizard. So I'm in a job right now, for example, and you can see wizards is in my menu there. So if I go into wizards, all my preloaded wizards are there, and I can create a new wizard against the job. And as you can see, I'll just start it. It's effectively kind of like a site form, but we have steps. So this particular site form, contains some kind of confirmation switch. I've loaded in one of my pre-existing site forms into the wizard. I've got a gadget to book an appointment, add a note, and maybe add some tags to the job. So that gives you an idea of just what wizards are capable of. Now, one of the things you might find, if you go to the administration menu and you do a search for wizards up in the filter menu, you may find that wizards is not there. So it should come up in the company section of the admin. I've also made favorites out of wizard templates and wizards there. But if you're finding that your wizards aren't showing in admin, if you go into your roles and select the appropriate role that you belong to, so it might be administrator or it might be some other role, there is a new set of permissions related to wizards. And if they're not active in the role that you're in, you'll find that you can't access your wizard. So you need to activate those in your role in admin to get access to your wizards. While we're here, if I just go back to the main wizards option in the admin menu, that's where all your wizards list out. And you can also create a wizard from there. But wizard templates is really where you do all the work typically of building your wizards. So you can apply your new label, your new name for your wizard there, and then determine whether it's going to be a contact or job type wizard. Then you can go ahead and start building it out. I've just jumped ahead. But when you're looking inside a wizard, you'll see that basically everything's based on a category and items, just like most other things in Prime. But we now have this additional concept of steps sitting above that. So, I made that customer confirmation step a moment ago. It's a bit dodgy. You can see there's a bit of a typo in there that I should fix up. But all you have to do to add a new step is give it a label and then hit add step. And then once you've got that step, you can add a message in there if you need to, but you can go about adding a category. So I'll just add some kind of category to that step. And then once I've got the category, I can go and add items. Now, when you're looking at the items list for a job wizard, you'll see that it is quite extensive. You can add notes, allocations, appointments. You can upload documents. You can grab feedback. You can load in forms, inventory items, job requirements, job tags. There's a whole bunch of different items you can work with in your wizards. So they are really cool at encapsulating a whole bunch of different little bits and pieces of your process into one refined wizard. Alongside actually building and using your wizards in jobs, you can also, actually, I'll just jump back into admin. You can also activate different wizard widgets, and you can add them to your dashboards and most specifically your job overview screen. So when you're editing your job overview dashboard, if you were to add a new column, you'll find that Wizards is now available in there. So I'll just save that out. And then if I go back to my job, oh, there it is there. Sorry, wrong tab. I'll just load up my overview. We should see Wizards in here somewhere. I haven't actually located, but there it is down the bottom there. So you can have Wizards appear on your job overview screen. You can also integrate Wizards with your workflow. So there's a new event action called Complete Wizard and an event outcome called Create Wizard. So you can have your workflow complete or create a wizard as required. Another aspect of Wizard is your existing site forms, such as my roof inspection report, can now be viewed as a wizard. So if you'd rather have each individual category, say, as a step in a wizard rather than in one big long form, you can now do that. You can also do it with your existing contact forms. And finally, in your job settings, I'll just jump down to my job settings. Here we are. Your job data forms, so your new job form and your job details screen can also be presented as wizards. So just to give you an example of that, if I add a new job, I've told my system to consider the new job form a wizard. And as you can see, it steps through in wizard format. And if I go back into my main job and have a look at the details of the job, it also presents in wizard format. So we can just step through each of the steps and see each piece of information compartmentalized rather than having it all in one screen. If you'd like more information about job wizards, or if you'd like some assistance setting up your job wizards, by all means, contact us at Tradiepad. We can help you out, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day.